What is up, guys? My name is Flurby, and I'm here with Mr.
Nick,
and we are starting a series we are going to call The Childhood Classics. So basically, what those are, we're going to go through games that either me or Nick has played through the childhood. Obviously, we're playing Jak and Daxter today. This is my boy Nick's game.
I have played this game not only through my childhood, but through my adulthood, my short adulthood at the moment. This series is one of my favorites of all time. Well, no, it is my favorite of all time. I take that back. I was just introduced to it as a kid. It was just kind of in my house, and I've loved it ever since. They're really solid games. I mean, this game's a little bit different than 2 and 3, but I love them all.
Yeah, I know personally, I grew up on Nintendo, so I didn't play these games a whole lot. But I did recently play through the trilogy, and they are solid games. I did like them. But, you know what? We'll cut out for now. We'll let you watch the first cutscene, and we'll be back after this.
Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of Green Eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts in Eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? Jak, I think we're in trouble! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me! Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go, Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the 3 sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon. But its volcanic soil is hard enough to build precursor.
I feel like a kid.
You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it. If
Oh,
you zoom
I got
into
tea in my
the
eye.
shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat.
Keep in mind, she's
Isn't that
also
right,
powered.
Daddy?
Actually, no, I think she's younger than Jack, and Jack is 15 in this game.
And
I
she
think
wants
by
to
a couple of years, and you see how big her bazonkas are.
And she wants to take Jack to Pound Town.
Oh,
Stashed away somewhere. And even
Oh,
if they
dang!
Hey, Grandma.
Okay, Grandma, I see you packing.
precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even
She got that
more
dump truck in the back.
Oh,
just
God.
waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer. You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some
So,
practice.
like, I know what's going on,
We'll
but still, it's just like, what the frick?
Eco stuff, will we? 'Cause I'd hate
It's
to
weird
fall in
without
again
sound.
and
I've
turn
never
into
played
you.
without sound.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
What an interesting cutscene that was. So, basically, in this series, it's just going to be me and Nick casually playing through these childhood classic games. And a lot of these, I'm going to be honest, will probably be my first time playing them. Because, I don't know, I played the same games when I was a kid. And a lot of the times, the one I played when I was a kid, I just never beat. Yeah?
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, we're going to Juan Miguel's for dinner. Did you do anything?
I'll take tacos.
Just normal tacos? Or the
Foofy.
hoofy?
Yeah.
Did you do anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Hoofy taco dinner.
Yes.
Got it.
Thank you.
Keep it in.
I'm keeping that in. But you'll notice this is just a casual playthrough. You'll have less editing than my other videos. And it's just me and Nick. We just want to record stuff so when we're like old boomers, we'll have something to watch. Assuming YouTube's still around then.
I would still be playing this game. I've been playing this game for like 15 years.
That's crazy how you could play this game so much and not get bored.
Oh my gosh, the amount of times I've played this game, it's absolutely nuts.
I'm like, I had fun with it. Obviously, I like the other ones more than this one.
Well, those are a lot more story driven. This is just a 3 collectathon platformer.
Yeah. Which I know why they made it, because during this time everything was...
They were trying to at least get like another really high market franchise going, like they did with Naughty Dog. Obviously, we're talking about. They were trying to kind of go the same route that they did with, I think, with Crash Bandicoot. I think this is kind of how it went. I watched something on it, and I don't necessarily remember how it all went down. But this isn't. I don't think this is how they really wanted it to be. But it was just their best way of making the best amount of money or something. I can't remember. But then they kind of realized that. I think they kind of just so. With Crash Bandicoot, they were kind of able to make an appeal to Japan and all that stuff. They tried to do that again with this game, and they just really couldn't. And then so they just kind of was like, yeah, you know what, we're not going to really bother with that. We're going to make this game how we want to be. And it ended up turning out to, the whole franchise turned out to be one of the PlayStation 2's like greatest franchises ever.
Yeah, but for some reason they just stopped.
Well,
I know Naughty Dog.
they
started
obviously
making,
they had other stuff to do. They had
Yeah.
Uncharted.
They had the Uncharted. They had Last of Us.
Well, yeah, because apparently there was supposed to be a Jak 4 in the works made by Naughty Dog, but there was concept art that was released for it, and it's atrocious, and that got scrapped and ended up becoming Last of Us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm happy that it bombed because I love The Last of Us. At least the first one.
Yeah, we don't talk about this.
We don't talk about the second one. It wasn't terrible. It was
terrible.
It wasn't as good as the first.
Oh no. Well.
But I know when you were talking about like how you played this game all the time when I was a kid. I always think about why I played as a kid. And although I didn't beat a lot, I feel like I played a lot of games. I was mostly Nintendo because that's what my parents, wanted me to play. And I played a lot of GameCube since that was the first system when I was born.
Yeah, that was kind of out right when we were growing up.
So a lot of the games I played, like, they didn't age well at all. Like, I remember I used to love the first Spider-Man game. Oh my goodness, I went back and played it.
Well, the first, as in, like,
the first
the
time,
game on,
yeah.
on GameCube, because obviously, like, there were so many more.
I'm like, there was the one, I didn't even know it was on, like, the N64 and the PS1. I played it on the computer.
Yeah, I
Good training, boys. But that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
had it on PS1, that one. That was a really good one.
I like that one.
But no, out of the ones that were on that generation of consoles, so like GameCube, Xbox, and PS2, Spider-Man 2, fantastic game.
Oh, Spider-Man 2 was
definitely
amazing.
To play on this series.
Oh, 100%. I would love to play through Spider-Man 2.
I haven't played that game in a long time.
Because that has the pizza delivering mission, so it has the pizza time song. I'm trying to think if I played like any games that had like full-blown cutscenes when I was a kid. Because most of the games during this era, they didn't really do cutscenes.
Sunshine had,
Oh yeah, Sunshine did have cutscenes, because right when you started off the game, it had the cutscene.
And I'm pretty sure it had cutscenes throughout the whole game anyways, I think.
Yeah, because it was the whole like point of it was Mario was in trouble for...
Those style, I mean, well... No, nothing. I don't think Galaxy had that many, if any, really. Like, it was always... Well, I don't know if they were really necessarily cutscenes, because, I mean, there's always, you have to go through the text boxes and all that stuff, but I think it kind of did.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Sunshine had...
Sunshine had a good amount of cutscenes.
I haven't played that game in a while.
I would love to play through Sunshine again. Some of the levels, they're bad, but it's still
That's why Galaxy is my favorite 3D platformer from Mario.
I think
the Mario franchise.
My favorite Mario game is still 3D World. I really love that game. I don't know why. It's just...
Well, because it's good.
It is really good. A lot of people just forget about it because it was on the Wii U.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hoping it gets a Switch port. It would be like the one Switch port game that I would 100% buy, just because it's so fun.
But I haven't been really too satisfied with a lot of the Switch ports, or the Wii U Switch ports. A lot of them have just been like, they should have honestly just made a new game. But I didn't own a Wii U, so I mean some of them I was okay with, like Tropical Freeze.
Fantastic.
That's one of my favorite Donkey Kong Country games. And I love the Donkey Kong Country franchise. Yeah, that's a great one. I didn't play New Super Mario Bros. U. It was okay. The New Super Mario Bros. Franchise has really just taken a really big, steep decline in quality.
Yeah.
It's all turning into be the same, but I mean, I was happy that Luigi U was a part of it, and that was actually pretty fun.
See, I wish Nintendo would do more like Luigi U, where it was like...
They do kind of more spin-off stuff.
Yeah. Because it was just like short little missions that were just more difficult, and I just loved them. Like, I remember when the DLC first came out, and I was like, oh, let's go! And I picked up the DLC, and I started playing it. And at first I was disappointed because it was the same map, so I thought it was going to be the same levels, just with Luigi.
But no, you only get 100 seconds.
Exactly. You get, like, limited time. Each level's new for the shorter time, and Luigi jumps, like, super high. He's all floaty.
He's got the icy physics.
Yeah, he's all, like, slippery and floating. I'm like, let's go.
I'm missing... Oh, wait, no, it's over here.
But you'll tell through this series, especially when we play the Jak games, that Nick's played them a couple times, because he'll know where everything is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, some of you may be like, wow, they're using a guide, these news. No, we don't have a guide, we have Nick. That's good enough.
I mean, I feel like this game really doesn't need a guide. I feel like this is a pretty basic 3D collectathon platformer. I don't really think I ever really even used a guide when I first played this game. I thought it was pretty easy enough. I had one, actually. I remember, because when I got this game, my grandpa had it, and he had a guide. It was just given to him, I think, by his brother or something, so my uncle.
It kind of sucks that they stopped making strategy guides. Like, I know the internet's big
they still do. It's not like they're not as common, honestly.
Like, I had a guy come in the other day. I work at a retail store, and he was looking for strategy guides.
A gaming retail store.
Yeah, gaming one. And he was looking for strategy guides. I was like, they really don't make them. He's like, well, I need one for Breath of the Wild. I'm trying to collect all the Korok seeds. I was like, dude, bless your soul. I'm like, I would never do that.
Yeah, there's so many.
Especially knowing the gift you get. Oh, it's just the biggest troll by Nintendo.
Yeah.
I feel like if I ever did that, I've reached peak boredom in my life. Just to go for all of them. All the think about, like, strategy guys, how those were super common. Like, physical media. It's just like, man.
I had a cheat book growing up as a kid.
I remember that. I went to, like, the book fairs at, like, the Scholastic book fairs at school, and you always got to bring a little bit of money with you from your parents to pick up something.
Mm-hmm.
And I always went straight for, like, the Guinness World Record books or, like, the gaming cheat books.
I don't think I really ever bought the books. I didn't read as much as a kid. I didn't really like reading. I don't like reading now.
The books I read were basically the typical kids' books. The Diary of a Wimpy Kids. Yeah, that's really all I read as a kid. I didn't read a whole lot.
Easy readers.
I recently continued reading the It book. That's such a big book. Like, oh my gosh, it's such a big book. Like, I like the book, because I like the movies. Still haven't seen the second part, but that's just because I'm too lazy to watch it.
It was okay.
That's what I heard. Everyone said it was, like, an okay movie. Not as good as the first one.
CGI was garbage.
Really? See, I thought it was fine in the first movie. How did they mess it up?
Oh, they messed it up bad.
That's so sad.
There's one scene where, like, I was like, I'm usually not too, like, I'm not very nitpicky with that kind of stuff, but no, I was like, no, this is not acceptable.
I remember Ashley and Jenny, they were telling me about the grandma scene.
His one sister and cousin.
Yeah. They were telling me about the grandma scene, and they were just, like, shook from it.
It was... Not only was it, like, just rather disturbing, the CGI was a bit more disturbing to me, at least. And that says a lot, because that scene is messed up.
Naked grandma! Naked who?
Oh my gosh.
Like, the stuff Stephen King thinks of, I'm just like, what the frick?
Yep.
That man is definitely interested. But, I think it's actually... Yeah. Well, Nick.
Well,
it actually flew by, but we finished the first little level, the little town area, and we're going to cut off the first episode, and when we get back, we'll continue the second level which is
Forbidden Jungle.
the Forbidden Jungle. So make sure you subscribe, come back, and tell us how you like these casual, just talking while playing these games. I'm
Could
like,
be like a podcast.
it could be like a podcast. It's just something chill. But we shall see you next time, and have a good night, guys.
See ya.
Okay, got a stupid mouse. Stop and stop.